How are you, my young scientists? Welcome to another day of learning, full of fun and excitement. Today is our first week of the second quarter, and we are about to learn the microscope, its parts, and their function. So, are you ready? Let's start!
In the field of biology, microscopes are used to study organisms and their virtual processes. Most schools have compound or light microscopes, which depend on available light in their operation. It is called compound microscope because it uses two lenses to magnify objects. Compound microscopes have low depth perception but have high resolution and magnification. The microscope is one of the oldest scientific tools which are common use today. It became the indispensable tools of scientific research in the 19th and the 20th century. The first microscope was invented by Zacharias Janssen in 1590s, but it was Anton van Leeuwenhoek who got better results with a powerful single lens magnifier that he made by himself. However, Leeuwenhoek kept his method of making lenses a secret, such that after he died, microscopic investigations slowed down because nobody knew how to make lenses. It was not until the 19th century that lenses were perfected, that scientists were able to view microorganisms clearly. Today, there are many types of microscope, like fluorescent or the phase contrast microscopes, the electron microscopes, which are used in advanced research studies. The microscope is an instrument that can magnify or enlarge the image of objects that are too small to be seen by an unaided eye. There are many kinds of microscope, but the most commonly used type in the laboratory works is the compound microscope. The compound microscope is also called a light microscope because it makes use of light. You should be familiar with all its parts for effective use and proper care of the compound microscope. There are three major parts of the microscope based on their functions. First is the magnifying parts. This makes the specimen looks bigger. These parts play the most important role. It includes the eyepiece or the ocular and the objectives. Second is the illuminating parts. These parts provide light to the microscope. We have the mirror, condenser, and the iris diaphragm. Lastly, the mechanical parts. These parts give support to the microscope and the object being examined. We have the base, arm, inclination joint, stage, body tube, draw tube, revolving nosepiece, coarse adjustment knob, fine adjustment knob, and the stage clip. Now, let's take a look at the specific parts and their functions of the microscope. Are you ready? So, let's start with it. First is the magnifying parts, which includes the eyepiece or the ocular. This eyepiece is a lens that is attached to the draw tube. It is where you look through when observing a specimen. Next is the objectives. These are attached to the revolving nosepiece, and these are responsible in holding the objective lenses. There are different types of objective lenses. First is the scanner. The scanner is the shortest one and can be marked with 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times magnification. Second is the low power objective, or what we call the LPO, which is marked 10 times or 12 times magnification. And the next one is the high power objective, or the HPO, and it is the longest one, and it is marked 40 times, 43 times, or it can be 60 times magnification. Now, let's take a look at the illuminating parts, which include the mirror. The mirror is an adjustable part held by the mirror fork. It is flat on one side and concave on the other side. It is used for collecting and reflecting light through the object, lenses, and into the eye. The next one is the condenser. It is found beneath the stage. It concentrates the reflected light from the mirror to the specimen being examined. Last is the iris diaphragm. It is a thin structure with adjustable opening located at the mouth of the condenser. It regulates the amount of light that enters the condenser. Lastly is the mechanical parts that includes the following. First is the base. It is a U-shaped structure. It supports the entire weight of the compound microscope. Next is the arm. It is a curved handle of the microscope. It connects the base and the body tube. It serves to support the entire microscope. It is also used for grasping in holding the microscope when transporting. The next one is the inclination joint. It is a movable hinges that connects the arm to the base. It is used for tilting or inclining the microscope when necessary. Number 4 is the stage. It is a platform that is connected to the arm's lower end. It is where the slide is placed. It has a central opening that allows light from below to pass through the specimen. The next one is the body tube. It is a hollow cylinder and it connects the eyepiece to the objective lenses and serves as a passageway of light from the object to the eyepiece. Number 6 is the Druth tube. It is a smaller cylinder attached to the upper part of the body tube. It holds the ocular or the eyepiece. It puts the proper distance between the eyepiece and the objectives. The next one is the revolving nosepiece. It is attached to the base of the body tube. It holds 2 or more objectives lenses. It can be rotated to facilitate the changing of the objective lenses. Number 8 is the coarse adjustment knob. It is the larger knob and it is used for faster movement when focusing the LPO or the scanner. Next is the fine adjustment knob. It is the smaller knob compared with the coarse adjustment knob. It is used for a slow or little movement when focusing the HPO or the high power objective. It is also used to get the sharper focus of the object under the LPO or the low power objective. And lastly, we have the stage clip. These are 2 metals that clip or connect on the upper part of the stage. It holds this glassy slide in the place. The glassy slide is where the specimen, a sample of any material to be observed, is mounted.
Now, you have learned the different parts and functions of the microscope. You may now answer the different activities found in your module. Make sure to follow the directions very well. Happy learning!